we got more bridezillas. You guys, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this construction company below me is out to get me. I swear to God, all day today, not a freaking peep. I set up to film. I sit down to press record, and what happens? They start drilling. The good news is we have bridezillas. We have construction, but we also have bridezillas. Coordinator here. We had a death in the family. Oh, that's so sad. A 6-month-old baby. Oh. A few days prior to a wedding, I called the bride and told her the situation and said that my assistant would be stepping in for me so I could attend the funeral. She told me to send my assistant to the funeral and that I had better be at her wedding. I told her I would be sending her a refund and that no one would be coming. Rightfully so. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. No problem. My assistant can go to the funeral instead. Like, do you hear yourself? Get another job. This future bride quit her job so she could focus on planning her wedding. You can plan your wedding at work in secret, but it's a lot like having a full-time job. But then she expected her fiance to get a second job to pay for her big day. That's a no for me. That's a no for me. As a man, okay, y'all get what I'm trying to say. If I was the man in this situation, is what I'm trying to say, that would never fly with me. The vegan bridezilla. This should be interesting. One bride may have taken this idea too far when she told her Facebook friends and family that she plans to ban anyone who eats meat at their wedding. The bride, who asked not to be named, said she was tired of people trying to guilt trip her into inviting them to her wedding, even though she made it clear from the beginning that no omnivores? Did I say that weird? We're welcome. Honestly, that's fine by me. Save me a frickin' trip to a wedding. Save me money. Save me time. Okay, you're gonna ban people because they eat meat? See ya. Some brides worry so much about how their picture will look that they even ask their bridesmaid to change how they look. Here is an example. One Reddit user said the bride asked all of her bridesmaids to dye their hair brown because she wanted to be the only one with blonde hair. Tell us a story more ridiculous than this will wait. So the blondes in her bridal party had to go brunette just for her wedding day? Are you crazy? Do you know, like, the process of going dark and then trying to go back light after that? Not a chance. That's like asking me to go blonde. Nah. Party of polygraphs. Now that is a party I'd like to be at. This blushing bride found out that someone had posted her dress code requirements on Reddit. She was mad, but she also got even by announcing a polygraph party to find out who did the dirty on her. No one's owning up to it. I'm taking that to the grave with me, I'll tell you that much. I also don't believe in polygraph tests. Do you guys believe that stuff's real? I don't believe it at all. Like, I purposely want to lie on a polygraph test just to prove that it's rigged. Ooh, this is hair raising. Prepare for your hair to be raised. I'm going to be a bridesmaid at a wedding soon. I cut off all my hair without asking the bride, which made her very upset because I didn't ask her first. I got bigger problems to worry about on my wedding day. Like, somebody's haircut, hairstyle, any of that is gonna be like the least of my worries, I think, you know? No way, Jose! On our wedding day, it's natural to want to be the center of attention, and guess what? You will be. You don't have to do what this Reddit bridezilla did and tell one of her guests they couldn't wear their engagement ring or talk about it. You expect to be the only one there engaged or to be married? But you're gonna be fine. And to think that there is a man who is going to marry every single one of these brides. Oh, I'm gonna keep you all in my prayers, I'll tell you that. Good luck. The bridezilla whose big day was stolen by death. That could be like a movie title. It's like filled with a lot of drama. Births and deaths tend to take place at the worst times, but this is something that everyone with a clear head has to accept. But not this crazy bride. Definitely not this crazy bride. This bridezilla screamed and stomped her feet in a tantrum because her grandmother had the nerve to pass away a few hours before her wedding. She said that the seating arrangement would be messed up because there would be a big empty space. We can't even begin to understand this. Oh, that's why you're crying and throwing a tantrum. About the seating chart and an empty seat, not that your poor grandmother lost her life. The pregnant family member. Wow, these juicy headliners, I just love them. It's natural to think about what your wedding guests will look like in your pictures before they've even been taken. But people change, whether they do it on purpose, by accident, or because they are pregnant. But amazingly, one bridezilla wouldn't let a pregnant family member be in her wedding pictures. A Reddit user said that the bridezilla got furious and kicked her cousin out of the wedding because she would be pregnant in the pictures. Well, that is one way to congratulate her on her up and new coming baby. We showed up to an outdoor wedding in early March and it was freezing. There was food, but it was cold. There were no chairs. There were tables with chairs under a pavilion, but they were reserved for family and wedding party only. The games they were supposed to entertain guests broke during the first game played. Cornhole, corn everywhere. The groomsmen were cold and tired of standing, so they invited a large percentage of guests to their getting ready suite, which had couches and a pool table. The bride discovered this only after their beer and wine ran out 1 hour into the reception. Cue a screaming match in the middle of everyone. The groomsmen liquored the groom up and he danced the last song before passing out behind the DJ while the bride took her tear-stained selfies with her bridesmaid. Honestly, it sounds like a good time. In the end, started rough, but they made the best out of it, and the groom had a really good time. The unreasonable request for a bachelorette party. One of the most anticipated parts of a wedding, besides the wedding itself, is the bachelor/bachelorette party, which for some people can be just as fancy as the wedding itself. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The bridezilla threw a huge fit because none of her bridesmaids could afford to go to Las Vegas for her dream bachelorette party. I don't know why y'all are planning these things for thousands of dollars. Y'all are crazy. It should not be that expensive. The bride who couldn't get down the aisle without her shoes, well, I would want shoes going down the aisle. Most of the time, a bride's outfit is well thought out in every way, from her underwear to her veil, but there are some details that aren't quite as obvious, like her shoes, which are often hidden by her dress. But when this bride found out that hers had disappeared, she refused to get married. Oh, okay. Well, see, that's traumatic. If I genuinely had no shoes, I'm sure some of my friends would offer me their shoes. Honestly, I could picture my sisters or someone being like, just take my shoes for the aisle part and then we'll figure it out. If my man is waiting at that altar for me, I will crawl down to him if I have to. It was a stinking hot, humid day and nobody wanted to be outside for the outdoor wedding. We were doing wedding party photos and everyone was dripping in sweat and about to pass out. So we decided to finish the rest of the pics in a nice shady spot. The bride threw an actual honest to God tantrum because she wanted to make the party hike all the way across the venue grounds to get shots in front of a full sun pond. I'm sweating thinking of that. None of her bridesmaids wanted to do the 10-minute walk in their heels, and it would have been a terrible spot for photos, which we mentioned. She pouted her way through the rest and they divorced a year later. Oh, I'm not surprised. I don't want to get married in the summer. It's gotta be fall. Over here in Canada, fall, fall vibes where it's warm during the day, but a little cool at night. That's what I'm talking about. Not my experience, but a former coworker of mine. He and his wife went to a wedding in Hawaii and took a full 2 weeks of vacation to do so. They arrived 2 days before the wedding, which was on a Saturday. They figured that if they were going to Hawaii for this wedding, they'd make it worth their while and take a full vacation as well. Apparently, they were the only couple that elected to do that, or at least admit to it and discuss their plans, and the bride lost her marbles about it. This is my wedding. Why is it just a footnote for your vacation now? His wife apparently laughed in her face and told her to call if she decided to grow up about it. To her credit, the bride did call later to apologize profusely for her outburst. Nerves, I guess. Okay, well, at least we have a bridezilla who saw that she was in the wrong and apologized. And I thought most people do this. For destination weddings, I feel like most people extend their trip or go on a trip before to that destination to kind of make it worth their while and their money. That is it, my friends. That is all the Bridezillas we have today, but you know I will be back. Stay classy out there and stay sassy, and I'll see you tomorrow.